As we work to create a consistent culture of patient and family-centered care, it is truly our individual behaviors that are the key to our success. Assuring that each of us is living by the iCare values is the critical foundation of this initiative. Our first step has been to define some very simple behaviors that we want every single employee, from doctor to transporter, nurse to billing representative, to demonstrate consistently each and every day in each and every interaction. Not only with our patients and their families, but just as importantly, with each other. We call these the iCare global behaviors, very basic concepts that are clearly common sense, but not always common practice. See just what a tremendous impact these very basic behaviors have on the experience of our patients and their families, and ultimately, their response to the HCAP survey questions, which the government requires all hospitals to ask.
You know, normally I would throw something like this in the trash, but I think we should fill this out to let the people there know that what they're doing is really working. I mean, they did an outstanding job.
They did.
You know, honestly, for me, the thing that probably made it the most amazing experience was the fact that when I was there, I felt like everybody knew me. Everybody came up, introduced themselves, who they were, what they were doing, all the way from the people in the parking lot to the people who worked in the cafeteria, the doctors, the nurses.
Everybody.
It just made it a great experience.
Introduce yourself. Greet the person. Say your name. Explain your role.
Come in.
Hi, Mr. Phelps. I'm Karen. I'm going to be your nurse this evening.
Oh, hi, Karen. This is my wife, Carrie.
Oh, hi, Carrie. Nice
Hi.
to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Come in.
Hi, Mr. Phelps.
Yes.
I'm Jose for Transport, and I'm here to take you to URMC. And this is Andrea, my coworker.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hello, Mr. Phelps.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Dr. Clark.
Good morning, I'm Jake from Facilities.
Oh, hi, Jake. I'm Karen.
Hi Karen, nice to meet you.
You too. And this is Mr. Phelps.
Hey Mr. Phelps, how are you?
Hi, Jake. How are you doing?
And when we don't introduce ourselves,
The way you were treated there was wrong. And if someone with a little bit of authority knew about it, I'm sure, and I would like to hope that they would want to make some changes. Okay?
All right.
So, how often were you treated with courtesy and respect? Really?
No,
It's a joke.
I wasn't. Not very often.
It was like we were inconveniencing them, you know?
Yeah.
You work in a hospital. At least have the decency to introduce yourself when you walk into a room.
Say your name.
Right. Some of the people were just plain rude.
Well, yeah. I mean, I told you about when I was transported to get the test.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid. I didn't know what to expect. And the transporter came in and took me on the gurney down the hall and started laughing with his colleague. I was afraid, I was scared, and he didn't even talk to me, as if I wasn't even there.
I know people are busy, but it's no excuse to make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like that one doctor, what was it, or something?
Right. I was so vulnerable in that bed, and people were coming and going. I didn't have any idea who they were, and then she came in with her phone and pager and never even introduced herself. She just started examining me and asking me all these personal questions. I don't think she even knew who I was. It was so disrespectful.
communicate with warmth. Call people by their preferred name. Smile. Make eye contact. Listen attentively.
You know what struck me the most when we first walked into the hospital was the warmth. It was so welcoming. They must put something in the water there. It was just a really great feeling.
Well, you know, and I don't think people realize how important eye contact is because, you know, I mean, I'm at a point where I'm very frightened, and just the fact that people were looking me in the eye and talking to me straight, it just made me feel so confident about the people who were taking care of me.
And when we got you up to the unit and the receptionist,
oh,
what a doll.
Hi, welcome to 53800. My name is Jackie, and how can I help you?
Oh, this one's about the nurses. Remember Karen? She would listen to me. She seemed like she really genuinely cared about my feelings.
Well, and you could tell she had an incredible relationship with everybody who worked there.
Everybody loved her.
I mean,
Mr. Phelps, I wanted to check back in and see how your day's been going.
Well, actually, I got out of bed and moved around a little bit today.
He did.
First time.
And you thought so too?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, it
That's
was just
great.
nice to get out. I feel like I've been cooped up here for so long. It was just nice
Good.
to move around. Thank you so much, Karen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for stopping by and checking in. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And when we don't make the effort to do these things,
You know, it was bad enough that you were in the hospital, and then we get there, and no one smiles, no one even looks at us. And then when I get up to your floor, excuse me.
Hold on a minute.
Ma'am, I'm here to see my mother, Mrs. Simone. Can you please show me where her room is?
She's over in room 24B.
Thank you.
I know that feeling. I mean, you know how many times I had been to Dr. Radner's office? At least 6 times. They never looked up, they never greeted me, they never said my name. It was like I was a person who was just there for the first time. And they were constantly looking at their computer.
Okay. During this hospital stay, how often did nurses listen carefully to you?
There was this one nurse, will you remember her? And she had this pained expression on her face. She was almost mean.
Yeah.
And it wasn't only me. You should have seen how she treated her peers.
Use your call bell if you need anything, though.
Thanks. Environmental, I'm here for the garbage.
Oh, well, there's stuff all over the floor. The can is full, so make sure you get it all done today.
Sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Simone. Hey, Karen, can I borrow your hand for a second in the other room?
I'm with a patient right now.
answer questions clearly. Ask if they have concerns. Address their worries. Explain next steps.
Oh, this section's about the doctors.
Oh, Dr. Johnson.
Dr. Johnson, yeah. Well, he was amazing. He would always take the time and answer all my questions. I knew he cared, and I wasn't alone.
He even asked me what I was worried about and how he could help with that. And I overheard him talking to a nurse. It really seemed like a team effort.
No, come right in, Justin. We're actually discussing his care plan, and we were going over the fact that we're going to have a nutritionist.
There was a lot of respect in that exchange, and I just feel like they're working together, and I can trust that they're taking the best care of you that I could possibly ask for.
I totally felt that way too. We have to give him an always, absolutely. You know, it wasn't just the doctors and the nurses, but it was just like everybody. They were willing to take the time, that little extra effort.
We need to invite people's questions and answer them clearly, or else.
How often did they explain things in a way you could understand?
Remember Dr. Johnson?
No, he was a nightmare. He was tough enough to get a hold of, and he wouldn't let me ask questions for clarification, which it was uncomfortable because he made me feel like an idiot because I couldn't understand his medical jargon.
Well, it wasn't only the doctors. I mean, I remembered this one person who came in to try and help me choose my menu.
Yeah, I've got a few questions.
Yeah, she needs
I guess I'm on
some
a
clarification.
restricted diet.
Okay, on the front is a number there. You just call down when you get your choices together and
Yeah.
you see what you want. You just call it down, okay? Have a nice day.
Respond to feelings. Be courteous. Show empathy. Be kind.
This one's about your experience in the hospital, and it reminds me of when I thought your pain meds was late.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was not at my best.
Yeah, I know. I heard you through the door.
And they were still so kind and respectful and responsive to me. They quickly got right on it. They took care of things. I felt like they were really understanding what I was going through.
When I first found out, when the doctor told me the news, I felt so bad. The cleaning person came in like 2 minutes later and couldn't have been nicer at a time where I really needed somebody to just give me a warm smile.
Environmental service here to clean the bathroom. My name is Edie. Oh, hello, Mr. Phelps. You seem upset. I'm sorry. Is there something I can do for you? Somebody I can get, maybe?
It must be the culture there, because that same night I was so upset, and a parking lot attendant actually approached me and helped me find my car and was really kind.
Okay, Ma, they want us to rate the hospital on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the worst. 2, 3?
You know, not everybody was bad. There were some really great people.
There was that one wonderful nurse, Andrea.
Andrea,
She
and
was
the
fantastic.
social worker.
Yep.
Susan.
Susan was good.
Yeah, but
Other than that,
they just didn't make up for the whole uncaring atmosphere of the hospital.
It was.
I told the Tyler family to go across town.
Absolutely.
I could not recommend this
No,
hospital.
no.
I certainly wouldn't want to go back.
Exceed expectations. Ask if there's anything else you can do. Say when you will be back.
You know, I mean, I'm sure that they're instructed to do it, but I don't think that there was a time where somebody wouldn't ask me if there's anything else. It seemed like every person that I talked to would always end up saying, is there anything more I can do for you? It was just so genuine and so sincere. It was little things like that that just made me feel really cared for.
Okay, we're right here. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh, thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I'm good.
Is there anything else that we can do for you?
Mr. Phelps, is there anything else I can do for you today?
No.
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, thank you very much, Jane.
Mr. Phelps, I'm all done cleaning your bathroom. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thank
Is there anything else I can do for you today?
you. Last question. Overall rating, what should we give them?
Definitely a 10.
I'd agree.
It was outstanding, start to finish. And you know, you were the patient, and I felt like I was taken care of just as much as you were.
You've just seen how important these iCare behaviors are. And while they're simple, they will make this a great place to come to work every day. In particular, I'm very fond of the respect behavior, which involves both the respect we provide our patients and families, but also the respect we provide for each other so that we all feel valued in our jobs. And if we practice these behaviors always, then we will achieve medicine of the highest order.